And what's up, everybody? It's Joey Bags, and I'm here with another live stream. I know it's been a minute, but I'm here, and I am playing some Gran Turismo 7 with a controller. So today is just one of those days for me. Yo, Junior, what's up, bro? I know, long time no see. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream. I hope everything is going good for you. Everything is everything, bro. I cannot complain. Just been super busy. Actually, you know what? Hold on. First, this face cam, dead ass, is looking a little super bright. Let's fix this. This has got something. There we go. I look so much better. So let's fix that. Cha, that's good to know you're chilling. So let me switch over my source here. So I'm sitting. I know, man. I know it's been a minute. I've been busy with the family doing stuff. I was able to get some videos, put together with some new products that came in for me to review, but really it's just been a lot of family time and getting things set up. Most weekends we've been away, so that has made it a little bit difficult, but I'm here. And speaking of which, it is wifey calling. Yeah, so there we go. So it's been a minute, and yes, I am currently sitting in the sim rig. No, I do not have the wheel cam up like I usually do. But yep, playing PlayStation and running Gran Turismo 7 on a controller. I know it's like, oh my god, I'm sitting in the sim rig and I'm playing with a controller, but it is what it is. Sometimes you use the correct tool for the job, and in this case the correct tool is my controller. It seems that my bitrate has taken a little bit of a dump. Hopefully it comes back a little bit and it doesn't look too horrible for you guys. Yep, so let's just get a little racing action going. I don't believe I'm gonna live stream very long tonight, maybe about 30 minutes or so. It's just something I haven't done in a minute, and I kind of wanted to. And I know some of you may have missed the live streams or missed me live streaming. And in this case, I may go silent a little bit more than normal just because I'm using a controller. And I'm actually concentrating not to do horribly in these races. Ooh. Pump on the side there, but I hope everything has been going good for everybody. I know the live streams tend to be fun, especially when the chat gets popping, and it's been a while since I've had a live stream. But then I believe the last live stream I attempted was the issue that I had with my PC where it shut down like 40 minutes into the live stream. So You know, that super sucked. Yeah, man. So while I really enjoy YouTube, Rod Bearings, what's up, bro? I hope everything is good. I hope that new PC of yours is doing well. So yeah, Junior, like I was saying, you know, while I really do enjoy, I love live stream. I really do. I tend to rather, well, not rather, but I don't get to spend a lot of time with the boys, especially, you know, working full time. So you try to kind of make time for the kids whenever you can. And usually that's in the evening. So like after dinner, after homework and, you know, stuff, we'll spend some time together and I'll get them in bed. And I also want to spend time with my wife also. And sometimes it's not until well past 12, maybe even 1, that I get some time to myself. And while I don't always mind live streaming at that time, I do have to be up early the next day. So going with maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep, if that, it's kind of rough sometimes. So, you know, I'll try to live stream as often as I can, but sometimes, you know, I still can't work. So Shitoku with traffic, this is going to be one of those things where you're going to be able to use traffic if you do a track day. Now, if you were looking for the AI flood, the too easy traffic or something like that, I think it was called, that stopped working when they switched over to the new version of CSP. With the new version of CSP, it broke that too easy to traffic or whatever that plugin was. And now I believe he did do an updated app that may be working, but it's now behind a paywall on Patreon. So, I mean, you can maybe try it if you want to pay to subscribe to their Patreon to get the plugin to see it full work. But honestly, as of right now that I know, it's because of the change in CSP. So whatever changes they made in CSP broke that traffic mod where you can go into the object manager and then start putting in as many cars as you want. So for right now, you kind of have to go with the old school method that we used to do before that, which is using a track day and inserting the Japanese traffic cars. It's so funny because I know I'm probably going to get copyright because of the music in Gran Turismo. And just in case anybody is wondering, I am using a controller. I am sitting in the sim rig, but I am using a controller. You know, honestly, I don't know if it's kind of dead. There really isn't much that's coming out. Fanatec, which is everybody's favorite subject, is still a hot mess. And I think they even had bigger issues where they had some issues with some of the lines of credit that they were trying to get. And Thomas Jackamere had to come out of like left field and start putting in some of his own money to get some stuff taken care of. So Fanatec, there's always some kind of news there, but I think everybody's kind of already burned out on Fanatec, you know, news. There's no new Sims on the horizon other than Assetto Corsa Evo, and there's really not much information released on that. So everything is pretty much speculation. Le Mans Ultimate, that's already getting kind of old. Junior, PXN doesn't work? Meaning what exactly PXN doesn't work? I need a little bit more context to that question or statement, Junior. So yeah, Le Mans Ultimate is already getting kind of old already. It's there. It works. So there's that. Rain and iRacing, that's gotten old real fast. Most of the iRacing, you're playing with the controller now. Oh no, everything is working. I just felt like grabbing it. Okay, so this is actually part of my whole thing with consoles. Sometimes you just want to sit down and play and grab a controller. So on like PS5 or Gran Turismo, yes, you can use your full sim rig and your equipment as long as it plugs into the PlayStation, and you can go hardcore that way. But it's also really nice sometimes to just sit down, grab a controller, and just play a game. And really, that's kind of what I was doing. So it's not necessarily so much that nothing is broken. Everything is working the way it's supposed to. I just kind of wanted to have like a chill sit down, turn on some Gran Turismo, which I haven't played in a while, with a controller, and just show that, hey, you know what? That's still a super viable option. And even though I may have all this super cool, sim equipment, it's just as awesome to sit down with a controller and play. Just relax and play. No seriousness, no, going for hard lap. Nah, just I'm sitting here chit-chatting. Have you heard about squeeze bends? I have not, rod bearings. Please explain that one. This is a new thing to me. So yeah, the previous statement or question where sim racing is kind of dead, it's just really I think a little sleepy right now because there's really nothing else. All the stuff that was the hot news has kind of died down. Everybody's already videoed it out to death. There's tons of Le Mans Ultimate videos. I mean, you've got my Le Mans Ultimate videos and bunches of those. iRacing in the rain, everybody kind of got over that one real quick. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hardware wise, there really hasn't been anything since, let's see, Turtle Beach, and we all know how horribly that went for them. That was like that's like non-product right there because it's garbage. The bundles from Fanatec, those are awesome. The F1 bundle that they did with the CSDD and the CSDD Extreme bundle for Gran Turismo with the new wheelbase, that's awesome. But I mean, that's already months old. And nobody kind of actually cares just because all the issues that Fanatec is having, who knows when you're going to get your stuff. No. You see, as adventurous as I am with certain things like that that no hezzy in real life, I think it's really freaking stupid and extremely dangerous. And I mean, I guess call it, I'm already like 43, so maybe I'm just an old fuddy-duddy, and I'm a parent. So it's like, I think it's like really dumb. And I'm sure, you know, they must find it interesting. I just can only think of the consequences that would come with that if shit goes wrong. So it's like, I don't know. I guess I really can't say much. I do like watching some of those videos, like that black Corvette that has like no plate on it that likes to run from the cops. I'll watch those videos, but like the no hezzy videos, I don't know. I'm just watching the whole time like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you know, like cringing, like I'm ready for the smack. So yeah, I mean, I guess you can chalk it up to being old already and being a little bit of fuddy-duddy. I don't find it that interesting, so I don't really follow some of that stuff. Except, like I said, the black Corvette, which that thing is just freaking badass. So yes, some of the mods are very, very difficult to handle. Very, 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 very difficult to handle. And then others like the Hellspec Miata are wonderful, beautiful, just wonders of modern coding. Like, how did they get this vehicle to handle the way it does? And just, oh my God, it's so amazing. I love that little Miata. And then there's some other ones that are just, wow, I can't. I seem to have the most problems. Well, I've been on a little bit of a NASCAR kick lately. So I've been racing and downloading NASCAR mods. The Craftsman, well, it would be Craftsman Truck Series, but I think it's called Camping World. So those NASCAR trucks, and those can get rather difficult to control. I found those rather interesting. Well, yeah, and that's usually because that's what most people tend to drive. You see, so this is the cool part. Like Assetto Corsa, with all the mods available for it, it can literally be any type of simulation you want. Whether you want race cars, new modern race cars, vintage race cars, go-karts, off-road. I mean, there's just so many different options with Assetto Corsa. Now, if you want to run like hardcore, you know, GT3 racing, ACC is where it's at. Like, I mean, if you really want to, you know, do some hardcore racing, ACC, and you're good to go. You know, Assetto Corsa is more of that, is that sim that does everything, and honestly does everything rather well. And I just throw it on when I just want to have fun. But if I want to do some hardcore racing, all you've got to do is turn up that AI and turn up that AI aggression, and you've got it. Now, if you kind of want that that more authentic race feel, then you've got so many others like ACC, Le Mans Ultimate, AMS2, Race Room Experience, so many different sims that you can run. So, you know, the cool part on being on PC is that you have so many options. So I keep getting these videos that come up in my feed where it's like, oh, you know, get this car and do these mods to it and just run this one race and you'll make millions of dollars in Gran Turismo 7. I don't know how to do any of that. I haven't actually sat here doing it. Like today I just started grinding these races just because, you know, um it was it was there, it was in my little cafe menu, and wonderful, my bit rate went down. The Comcast is killing me. They're really killing me. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm so sorry. It's all Comcast's fault. So if it's a little stuttery, a little jittery, I'm so sorry. Yes. So the springs that come, or that little brake performance kit that comes with the PXM pedal, is amazing. Now, I do have some other springs that I want to try that are a little bit stiffer. I had reached out to PXN to see if I could get some, if I could get more of those little dampeners to add to the other pedals, to see if I can like stiffen up the other pedals also. But I've had issues with my deliveries, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get a hold of those. But I think, ooh, went to the back of him, that's not cool. But I think that brake performance kit is awesome, and the fact that you can go ahead and change out the springs is even better. You know, it's very similar to the Moza brake performance kit, and it's nice that it allows you to adjust the brake pedal to a little bit stiffer feel if you want, or a looser feel if you'd like, you know, depending on the spring you put in. Now, it would be nice if they did include other springs. Well, that's the thing. It really comes down to your sim rig. Most of them tend to have pedals on the floor. So unless they're, they're purpose made to invert, or you have the option to invert, that's why everything is pretty much on the floor. They do sell a kit for the G25, G29, G25 pedals if you want to invert them. And I mean, you can always remove your pedals from the base plate and mount them however you like. You can always customize the mounting, you know, to your liking. But really, just because it's so common to have them just, you know, there on the floor and angle them however you would need to, there's really not a lot of inverted pedal kits. You can find a few. I know Rickmo Tech, they sell a pedal set that is actually inverted, but I believe they're also using either, what is it, Goodwood, or that other brand, I can't remember off the top of my head. I know that Tilton, I believe on their website you can go ahead and check them out, and they have an inverted pedal set that you can go ahead and bolt onto your sim rig if you want. But really, that's more of a personalized custom thing, so there's not a lot of companies that do that. Oh, let's save it. Yeah, so back to the PXM pedal thing. If you happen to have their handbrake also, they're using the same springs and elastomers in the handbrake, and they actually send you a extra stiffer spring, I believe, that you can go ahead and swap over. Ah, dang it. I didn't press the brake hard. that you can swap over to your brake if you wanted to, but you can also find similarly sized springs on Amazon for like a few bucks that you're able to swap in if you wanted to go stiffer or lighter. Do you mean the pedal throw it's a short pedal throw for you? I honestly think that the pedal throw on the PXM pedals I honestly love the PXM pedals. I love the PXM pedals more than I love my Fanatec pedals. The problem is that I've grown very accustomed to the load cell now that I kind of really like having a load cell, and that's what kind of kills the PXM pedals for me. If you've watched any of the videos that I've had come out recently, you'll see that I was able to come across someone who is making a load cell mod for the Moza SRP light pedals, which I actually already have in house, which I need to install to start working on the review for that. The awesome part is because of the way he did it, I have a strong suspicion that I'll be able to get those I can probably get that load cell to work with the Moza pedal, with the PXM pedals. So once I do my reviews on the Moza side, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to see if I can get this mounted up to the PXNs. And if I can get it mounted to the PXNs without a problem, then I believe I'm going to reach out to him to see if we can maybe get a mod working for the PXM pedals. Because I really think that PXN pedals need a load cell, and I think all of you guys with PXM pedals would love having a load cell. So I think you would all love having a load cell, and I think it would be super beneficial. Okay, so what a load cell is, it's a pressure-based sensor that has more fine control, or should I say, I'm trying to find the correct wording. It's a finer resolution. There we go. It's a finer resolution of input output for a brake pedal. So how your normal brake pedal works is you press the pedal, you push the plunger into the master cylinder, that sends the fluid through the proportioning valve to each corner, and it clamps on your disc brake. And that is all using your own foot pressure, augmented by the the brake master cylinder and the proportioning valves, and it just amplifies the pressure of your foot on your calipers to your brake discs. Now, in sim racing, they use 3 different types of sensor. They use potentiometers, which is just a switch that goes from, not really yes to no, but it goes from a low voltage to a high voltage, and as it's going, sweeping in that range, that then dictates how hard your pedal is being pressed in sim. Then they have Hall effect sensors, which do the same thing, but they use magnets passing over a sensor, and depending on how long that magnet is in the presence of the sensor is then dictates the kind of pressure that's being put on your pedal or your brake pedal in sim. What a load cell does is, instead of using that distance or the magnetic field, it uses actual pressure to push down on a piece of metal and the amount of deflection that that metal has, or that little sensor portion has, is then dictating how much force is being placed in your in-sim pedal. So that, of all of them, is probably closest to actually how a brake pedal works. So this is, and that because it uses the pressure to detect the deflection of that little sensor, it is a much better resolution, so you can modulate your pedal a little bit more using pressure, where, you know, the potentiometers, they tend to not have that fine of a resolution, so it's a little clunky. And the Hall effect sensor is kind of similar. It's better than the potentiometer, but not as good as a load cell. Yeah, I mean, you can say it's like a scale. Yeah, I mean, if you, that's a good way of putting it. So the more pressure you put down, the more it deflects that sensor. That then sends that signal out to your PC, to your game, to say, hey, look, they're pressing down this much, so this is how much pressure to put on the brake pedal in sim. And so that makes it more one-to-one with an actual brake pedal than any of the other two. And this is why it's actually the better of the three different types of sensors that are used. It's also a little bit more expensive when it comes to manufacturing, I believe. And this is the type of sensor that you're going to find in more high-end pedal setups. You do have different weights that you're able to get. So depending on how the sensor is manufactured, they come in different weight classes. So you can get a sensor that doesn't require a lot of pressure, a lot of weight to deflect it, or you can get some that are 100 to 200 kilos of pressure. So, you know, when you have it set up as a pedal, you're really pushing down hard on that pedal. It's quite honestly one of the better sensors to use, and it's why it's one of the more popular ones. That's why it being the better and more popular one is also a little bit more costly, like I said, and this is why some of the entry-level setups don't use it, because it would require a little bit more R&D in how they're going to set their pedal up, and sometimes those companies just don't want to pay that extra. So that's kind of what you get. All right, let's see. Yay, I won all 3 races. Let's see, do I get another? Woohoo! All right. Yeah, I don't need to see my not the best of races. All right, let's see. Do I get another victory card? Oh no. Boo. I only got the prize card one time. Oh well. You know what? Let's go back and let's see what my little ticket here gives me. Yes, let's see. Let's see. What is it? What is it? What is it? Give me the car. Give me the car. Give me the car. Give me the car. Okay, I wanted the AMG, but I'll take the Aston. Aston Martin 177. Not bad. Ooh, I like level up. All right. Ooh. Oh yes, Watkins Glen, my favorite track. Let's see. Oh, I love Watkins Glen. Let's go ahead and run a quick race. Yeah, the long course. All right, we'll just do this for right now. Yeah, so I'll be testing out that Moza upgrade, which hopefully is prom. It looks very promising. It looks very well made. Go and check out the video if you haven't already. I can't wait, and if it works pretty much how I expect it to, I'm hoping that I can figure out some way to adapt this to the PXN wheel or to the PXN pedal set, so that way we can then have a load cell pedal on the PXN, because I really think PXN should have a load cell, and waiting for them to do it, I don't know when that's gonna happen. Wow, I've never raced Watkins Glen with controller. You should definitely do. It's closer to how it is in an actual car, so if you're looking for that one-to-one feel, then inverting them may give you what you're looking for. I'm just a bully. So inverting them, they may give you that one-to-one that you're looking for. And honestly, kind of cool. Me, myself, I'm gonna leave this rig kind of the way it is now. I don't think I'm gonna add anything else to it or make any more mods. I'm pretty much just gonna wait until I move, so that way I can just build a new sim rig using 80/20 extrusions. Well, I mean, I guess it could come down to just your driving style. I guess I've just grown accustomed to having the brake pedal located where it is, and I'm not really looking for that one-to-one feel to my actual car. And also because my car is like, it's a dad mobile. It's really not a sports car. It's not a performance oriented car. You know, it's it's an SUV, so I'm fine with having the brake pedal on my sim not really match my actual vehicle. Now, if I had a sports car and I'm like, okay, I kind of want to match that feel, then I can understand that. I have to say, playing with a controller isn't bad, but it's not as good as playing with my wheel. Yeah, that is true. On BMWs, they do like putting the throttle on the floor, and I believe some at least a lot of the later ones, and when I say later, I'm talking about late 90s. I think they're partial drive-by-wire, so they're using actually potentiometers at the bottom of that pedal that connects, so when you hit it, It's a potentiometer that's then sending the signal to the butterfly valve in the throttle body to open and close. I don't know if it's still cabled. I know on my 350Z, that's how it was. Yeah. Yeah, that's also one of those where it's like, okay, you gotta go all the way to the left. I mean, I don't know. Do any of the shifters do a reverse all the way to the left and up? I mean, I guess you could if you really wanted to. If you had a seven geared shifter, you could always technically first gear make that reverse if you wanted to kind of keep it that way. I guess I've driven stick BMWs, and I don't know if I actually have a preference or not. It was just one of those things you kind of get used to sitting in the car and driving. Not necessarily, you know, oh, I have a preference. I guess I'm accustomed to the traditional, you know, 1 through 5 or 6, and then reverse being all the way to, you know, the right, not to the left. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let me do this short first too. Oh, yeah. Alright, guys. So I think this is probably going to be my last race, and I'm gonna call it a night. I know it's a short race, you know, it's a short stream. I mean, 45 minutes. That's kind of short for me. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to jump on here and chill for a minute. And as always, the chat never disappoints me. Honestly, this is why I like live streaming so much, is chat. I think chat is my favorite part of it. Oh, thrombos. Oh. That's not clean racing, but whatever. It's AI. Oh, that would be nice. Me personally, I'm partial to the IS with the 2JZ. So anytime I see those come up for sale, I'm always like, oh, I would love to go ahead and buy one, especially if I can find one with a manual transmission. Those are super rare and don't come up that often. You know, I've tried to left foot brake in the car and my brain won't let me do it. In the sim rig, 100% no problem, does not feel weird. I get into an actual car and nope, I can't do it. Now, the funny thing is this weekend, as I said, I was up at some family's house, visiting some family, and I was hanging out with one of my cousins, and he has a manual transmission CRZ, and he was like, hey, do you want to drive it? And I'm like, I haven't driven stick in probably 15 plus years. I got in and it was like riding a bike. You don't forget. Now, of course, you kind of have to get accustomed to the clutch pedal and, you know, how stiff is it, how light is it, where does it bite, you know, though the usual things, you know, you sit there and you press that clutch in a few times and you put it in first to kind of see where you get rolling. But after that, it was kind of like I had never stopped. But it was very weird hitting a clutch after not using one for so long, and left foot braking in the sim now for about a year plus now. So I found that to be, you know, just different. Also did kind of give me the little bug a little bit of like, ooh, I wouldn't mind a manual transmission car. The problem is getting in and out of these low cars after you reach a certain age. It's a little difficult. So yeah, that's my thing there. But guys, as always, you're all amazing. Rod Bearings, you're off the hook. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Junior, as always, you're awesome. I think we were just missing the one from the trio, Dominici. I don't, you know, he's probably chilling and relaxing. But shout out to you, bro. Look, you're getting another shout out in another video. But with that, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go hit the bed, relax. I gotta be up at 6 a.m. to get the boys ready for school, drop them off. So hopefully, I know, bro, I know I have a ton of fun when I do stream, and you guys make the stream even better. You know, the chat, you guys have always got something good to talk about, and you've always got some really good questions that actually make my brain work. That's why my driving sucks. Yes, that is why I'm not a good driver in sim, because your questions are so good. I then have to revert my brain power to answering questions and not concentrating. Yes, I know, bro. I have so much that's coming up. If you haven't checked out the videos, check them out. I got the box of goodies from 3D Wrap that I've got to go ahead and, you know, review. So that's like a bunch of stuff there. I've got the load cell pedal for the Moza. I'm gonna try the load cell on the PXN. I want to try to get that working. I've also got the PC build that I need to order the case for the streaming PC, which this guy's always lying about his I also have the PC build that I want to do for you guys for the streaming PC, so that way, you know, A, it's a PC build that I know you guys are always asking about. B, I kind of have the parts there, so why not? And C, I really do want to have a separate PC for streaming, so I've got that. So there's so much work. Plus this weekend I've already finalized all of everything that comes with the entry-level wheelbase review that I was doing for the Fanatec, PXN, Camus, Moza, and I think I'm missing one. PXN, Camus, Fanatec, Moza. Yeah, for all those wheelbases. So that video I'm actually trying to shoot this weekend, so that way that's already done with, so you can get my definitive answer on what I would recommend. If you want a little teaser, PXN is going to be at the top of that list, but not for the reasons that you may think, but it will be up there with, shocker, Fanatec coming in a close second, very close second. Turtle Beach wheel is like a ghost. Bro, the Turtle Beach wheel is a piece of shit. It really is. And I mean, if Turtle Beach is listening, I'm sorry you guys did that. You should have really done a little bit more market research. But if you want to send me one and I'll review it, and maybe it's not, but of all the reviews I'm seeing, what I hear, it's kind of a piece of shit. So it is what it is, and it's overpriced for what it is. So there we go. That's my hot take, and that's right. No one cared about it. It died its death, and no one shed a tear. But I'm gonna get going. Watch the videos that I've put out if you want any new updated content, and let's see what I can get together. I can't promise a live stream for tomorrow, but I'm gonna try for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna try. I really am. So with that, I'm gonna thank all of you for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Thank you. No lie, I miss my Logitech. Logitech is good, bro. The Logitech, no joke. The G29 is good. If I could get my hands on the G Pro, I would probably say it's also really good. So, you know, there is that. I don't know if you like the clickety clack of the G29, maybe, but honestly, the PXN ain't no slouch, bro. PXN ain't no slouch. And with that NRG quick release, your options of wheels are almost endless. You know, think about that. The only other company that's probably maybe even coming close to that is Fanatec with wheel options, you know, so there's that. But I'm gonna get going. You guys are awesome. I love you all. Have a good night, and I will see ya on the next live stream. Peace.